As mentioned earlier, Kurt Hanson, Director of Recreation, and it's actually an honor to have been working with the city for over 20 years in a variety of portfolios in terms of community services. You get different perspectives from different spots and different places that hopefully you can bring to bear in the things that you might have influence over. And I also wanted to say I appreciated that workout. You know, I could see your hair flipping around from the back. You worked with Joe years ago, and he still looks as good now as he did then. He's got the magic elixir. I hope he touches on that. I hope he touches on that for all our sake. City of Calgary's vision statement is a great place to make a living, a great place to make a life. As you know, many people over time have come to Calgary with an interest of getting a job. There's been a shift over the last decade plus about people aren't just coming here to get a job. They're coming here to set down roots. They're coming here to establish their families. They're coming here to invest their money and to stay in the long term. From a policy point of view, that's a very important thing. And it's a very important thing with regard to what that means with regard to what people expect in their community than what they did when they were just coming through. And I'm speaking about that from a city perspective. When people start to say, I'm going to stay for a while, and what I expect in return is that I'm committed to a place, but I also have expectations about what that means in terms of a great place to live. That's important. Again, a great place to make a living, a great place to live. At the recent Calgary Economic Development annual report, Mayor Nenshi spoke, and I'll take, in my own words, I won't use his, but one of the best economic strategies is having a great quality of life strategy for people to come. This is about connecting the dots tonight, and I think that's one of the key ones. If you have great quality of life opportunities for people to come to the place in which they live, it makes it people who are creative, who are smart, who are intelligent, and they want to experience things that are dynamic and vibrant and inclusive and progressive communities. So it's important what we offer as a city and what we prioritize as a city. And you'll see debates over time about what's the biggest priority and tug and pull. But I'm very pleased that in the last 10 years particularly, a focus with regard to community amenities and what the community has to be complete. Complete community has been an important focus. And I hope it stays that way. One of the things that we did in recreation in the late 2009 is undertook 4,000 surveys with citizens about what they expected of their communities and recreation. And I'm pleased to say 97% of Calgarians said the City of Calgary must, in some way, be involved in provision of recreation or recreation facilities. That's a good news story, and that also helped us move forward in a number of ways over the last decade with regard to investments in that, to meet what the expectations of Calgarians are. We have as recreation, again, it's been a blessing to be involved with recreation for the last, I guess it's been 9 years now. We also went through our 100th anniversary and currently provide services in 52 different locations with assets of about $500 million. So that's a huge investment, from arenas to golf courses to art centers to leisure centers. We've got the biggest sailing school in Canada, in case you didn't know that. Getting a boat. To aquatic and fitness centers and athletic parks. With that, we've served 90,000 program participants, and over 2 million people have walked through the doors. So that's a big deal. But even more of a big deal, in my view, is that we've assisted 25,000 Calgarians to access services that they wouldn't have been able to access on their own. That's about the triple bottom line about what's important, that we all got to get there in some way. So that's a big deal, and that's what you're contributing to as citizens of Calgary. The other thing is the after-school care program. I know 15 years ago I had conversations with council around how do we make everything full cost recovery, that, you know, if a kid walks in, they pay full. I said, you know what, there's other communities in this country that consider that not a cost, but an investment. And the value of a dollar is what you invested in, not just what the cost is. And so some communities have made decisions that every kid in junior high will get into a facility free after school, because we know what happens when they're not busy. I ran social services in East Calgary for a while. The pregnancy rate, first access, experienced sexually was between 3 and 4. In terms of crime rates that go up, and I shouldn't just have pegged that in East Calgary, any kid could get in trouble. It's about how we keep them active and engaged. And it's an investment in our youth, not just in terms of activity, but in their social development, in their intellectual development, in their creativity development, and that's considered to be an investment. Beyond the things that I mentioned with regard to what we provide services directly, we also have 5 other major recreation facilities that are currently operating that the City of Calgary owns through partnerships like the Y, as well as 3 additional ones being built as we speak, regional rec centers. And so there's been a $600 million investment. That's a big deal. It's a big deal because Calgary's identified this as a commitment and that movement forward over the last number of years. So I think the message about what it means to connect the dots about economic prosperity and development, I connect as well with regard to what the opportunities are. With regard to, I think I'm getting the nod. With regard to another set of dots I want to connect is simply with regard to, I am so pleased about the wellness plan that's come out. Historically in municipal services, you didn't want to say the word health because it sounded like another jurisdiction. If you work in municipal, it's another jurisdiction that's responsible for that. You shouldn't touch that. Well, frankly, I think we've made some strides. And it's not a new concept that recreational opportunities, fitness, sport meets healthy outcomes or wellness and community outcomes. Mazankowski said that. Romano said that 15, 20 years ago with regard to health opportunities. I think it's a new day. And that new day is a good thing. And it's a good thing because we have a document that's coming down that I think we can get on board with. And we can get on board with in a way that aligns with our commitments to what we want the city to continue to be engaged in and build in alignment with what the provincial government is interested in. There's something that council has put forward called transforming government. I hope we can transform government and the way we do business with the community, with the municipality and the province going forward in some new dynamic ways. And that transforming government, we've said, is key that we do the right things for citizens in the right way. And that's kind of a simple statement, but it's what makes sense that we should be doing and how we should be doing it and collectively coming forward to make things happen. The last to wrap up is I'm really pleased to say if you go to the City of Calgary's website, Council has a proposed set of strategies going forward for the 15 to the 18 business plan. They have not been confirmed yet. One of the primary priorities is a healthy and green city. As the strategic actions under that include foster healthy lifestyles, I said foster healthy lifestyles, through a range of accessible and affordable recreation programs and opportunities that encourage active daily living. Continue to invest in indoor and outdoor recreation facilities that address the changing needs of Calgarians, and optimize the existing park networks to ensure Calgarians have access to nature, healthy and active lifestyles. That's good news. It's going to 2015 that says we can have conversations in a different way about wellness is good, and you know what? There's an intersection, you used that earlier, that we can meet at. The last thing I wanted to say is a bit of a challenge, because I think what this does is open up conversations in a new way and an exciting way, and we're already doing that, and we need to keep doing that. We just got advised about 2 weeks ago that Calgary has been awarded the International Play Conference for September of 2017. And I think what a great opportunity in terms of, I've already had some discussions with some folks, Jennifer, about what a great opportunity for a community to leverage together about what's the legacy after 2017. It's just a conference. But what's it mean around play and what that does for development, what that does for community, what that does for workers who need a break from what they're doing every day to intense lifestyles. It's time to play. What can we do as a collective community and achieve wellness as a result? Thank you.